welcome to A Traveling Palette. My name is Kimberly. This video is actually part 3 of the Tired of Adulting, He's Moving to Africa video. So if you haven't watched parts 1 and 2, go view those first and then come back and check this out. Enjoy. One of my other lives, I actually used to produce children's clothing. Children's clothing. That's why I would go back and forth to Madagascar so often. Most of it is hand smocked, and we have, my former colleague, actually, she still has the factory there.
Oh, wow.
It's still trugging along, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it's still trugging along. It's funny, and I've thought about that sort of thing because granted, while she specializes in hand smocked children's things, everything that they make is not smocked, of course, and she does some cashmere sweaters and things like that. And they do private label for brands that you know.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they do private label. Excellent quality. That's the thing, see, because the quality is so good, they're not cheap items, they're expensive. So, it is what it is. But I've thought about that sort of thing for the African market, for other parts of the African market, Because one thing is, because I saw some people talking online that they can't get high thread count, even 200 thread count. They can't get 200 thread count sheets at the stores there. So I'm wondering what the hotels use and wondering if there might be a market for that sort of thing.
They're probably getting them from Europe.
They probably aren't getting them from Europe. They're probably getting them from China.
Oh yeah. I cannot forget about the China man.
Yeah, they're probably getting them from China. In any event, it'd be great if the African market could support each other and buy that sort of thing within the country, but then they're still securing the raw materials, the fabric, which we've gotten it from China and India and also Portugal and Spain and England, especially for Liberty of London. Liberty of London is are you familiar with that? No,
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's a very popular fabric house, and the patterns are memorable. And a lot of the dresses are done in Liberty of London. So, that also contributes to the high price tag, because people who know that that fabric is expensive as well.
And I feel like that's what's needed in Africa. Because I was like, where are they sourcing their materials from to make their clothes? Like, I hope they're all not China.
Probably because it's less expensive. It's less expensive. But for the traditional fabrics and things like that, it's interesting because when I was in Senegal, I remember it's interesting. I believe that Senegal got a lot of their fabrics from Mali. I believe that's what I learned while I was there. But it's interesting because Senegal definitely chose the best of the best, because everything was I was like, well, this is fabulous. And while I was there, actually, there's so many technicians who, and many of the men are actually seen versus, I don't know, what do you call a man who does that? I don't know. You could tailor, but, anyway, they're there working them.
Seamster?
Yeah, seamster. I don't know. Well, somebody tell us, what do you call the men who do the garments? Because I saw a lot of men who do it, and I actually had some things made while I was there. I was a little perturbed. I was a little perturbed because please tell me why the man how when you buy fabric and on the fabric roll it has a big adhesive on with the label, and the man used that part for my daggone skirt. I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? Exactly. You're not supposed to use that. So I was really perturbed. Okay. So of course I never used that. I never wore that outfit because it won't come off. Huh?
Where was the place?
Right here. It's just ridiculousness. Right on my hip, my thigh, whatever. I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? And it was a wrap skirt. Like, how easy would it have been to just cut that part of the fabric, not use that part of the fabric? I was like, come on now. So those sorts of things, people need to take care in those sorts of things, you know. In any event, we've definitely had all sorts of issues in Madagascar too. So it took years to get people to, not just do whatever. Yes, exactly.
That's what I said. It just takes a minute for everybody to get on the same page.
Yes.
It takes a little work.
Yes, a little. No, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does.
It takes a lot of work, but it's totally worth it once you get it. And then just the sense of pride that people have when they're, it's just like, oh God. Then they get accolades from the client when the client sees the finished material and not just the samples, also the bulk order, and they're like, wow, these really came out great. And you're like, yay!
Win for the team.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you should do this tired of adulting thing over there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
as well.
That's why I'm like, I would like to know, like, what it is, like what country is like the manufacturing country over there when in terms of like clothing and accessories. Because I want to branch out. Right now, I'm actually implementing where to be by Anthony Keith, so to be like Tired of Adulting by Anthony Keith. That way, I can start to usher in different like ideas I've had. Because my mother always liked to beat me over the head and be like, "I wish you opted to do fashion instead of wanting to put your money into music." And I'm just like,
"Oh, were you a music person?" Oh, I worked for a record company back in the day. How funny. I like that. That's why I said in one of my many lives, because I've done a lot. Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
That's going to be me probably in the next decade. Like, I probably done it all about the time I hit 40. But, yeah, I did music briefly. I mean, I still write right now. I actually put out a song at the beginning of the year. Recently, I was like, maybe I'll just drop a song or two out of the year just for the sake of just to not let my talent just go to waste.
Right. Do you play an instrument?
No.
You just sing?
I wanted to, but I was just like, I just kind of had like the ear. Like, I just write the song, send it to somebody, and I'm just like, all right, work with this, please. And they'll send something back to me. I'll give them the harmonies and melodies, and all they have to do is just create the music around it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And it'll be beautiful.
Okay. It's beautiful.
It better be.
I love it. Go ahead.
It better be. So, I mean, I did that for a couple years. I didn't really obviously get that far with it, but I mean, it still was a good experience to do. And it feels good to be able to produce something. And
it's good that you're still following your passion, because you mentioned that you released something at the top of the year. So that's good,
It's just like, even if, I don't like to say that, like, even if a few people heard it and make me happy, my goal is, I don't like to say long stay as one. I aim high, so it's like nice if 100 people or 1,000.
What's it called?
It's called Don't. That's the name
the
of the
song's
song
called Don't? Under What's Your Monkey?
A Keith. A-K-E-I.
Don't by A. Keith. Look it up on
any platform, any streaming service, you'll find it.
Okay, Don't by A. Keith.
Yep.
Okay, that's your job, people. Let us know what you think about that track.
Yes.
And we'll be looking for Tired of Adulting, And let me see, is there anything else that you wanted to add?
That's it for right now.
That's it for right now? Okay. Well, we have to get you in the kitchen one day.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. That's like a go. Okay.
Yes.
I love that. Okay. We'll make some. You have to make some Haitian food.
Yeah, I'm down.
I haven't made the African food yet. Oh, God. I mean, I have a couple of dishes in the arsenal, but I'm telling you, like, this editing is like, whoo, child. So you're in the graphics. Do you know how to edit too?
A little bit.
I'm trying to find another somebody else to help out.
Just a little bit. I've been learning, because I'm like, okay, let me start to play around. So I know how to do a little bit of something.
Okay.
Just not too much. I want to be better, but in due time.
Okay. So then you have tiredofadulting.com?
Somebody had that, and I don't know who has it.
Ooh.
And not doing anything with it, but I did shop Tired of Adulting, but then I was like, I don't like that.
So what's your website?
It's bigcartel.com/Tired of Adulting. Yeah,
Big Cartel?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's the name of like the site that I use to do my transactions. So once I get a new domain, it'll finally be like a www. But most likely I'll be transferring everything to www.anthonykeith or byanthonykeith.com. So right now I'm going to like
so where can someone find your wears. You're tired of adulting
Yep.
wears for
the
now.
Big Cartel.
BigCartel.com.
/ tired of adulting.
Oh my God, that's a lot. We'll have to put it in the comments. We'll have to put it down in the somewhere on here.
Yeah, we're doing a whole
Okay.
I'm doing a whole rebranding right now, so I'm just like, geez.
Okay, so you have hats and you have T-shirts and you have tote bags,
hoodies, pins, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
So, and then with the whole rebranding is kind of like ushering in like the whole like Anthony Keith aspect, which is, you know, me, Anthony Keith. So there's more things I want to put out. Like I said, I want to put out more stuff than just this reads tired of adulting.
Right.
More inspirational stuff. So I'm looking into doing journals.
Okay, I got you.
Because journaling has been helping me throughout the past couple of years to get me to where I am now. So it's just like I like to kind of like pay it forward, like put out things that has helped me and motivate me. So that's pretty much where I'm going at with my brand of things, just to kind of like wake you up and to motivate you.
Okay, and what sort of an inspiration would you want to, to relay to people? In particular, is there anything in particular?
Yes, I'm very big on self-help. So for me, I like to try different practices. I tell myself frequently that no one practice is meant for a lifetime or for a long time. Just like they say, people
No
are
one
seasoned,
practices what?
like meant for a lifetime. Just like people.
Wait. No one practices.
One practice, not one practice.
Oh,
like,
no one practice
Yep.
is meant for a lifetime.
because you know people subscribe to things and they feel like that's going to be, what's going to fix it. That's what's going to help me.
I
can
keep
always
it
go
moving
there.
all the time.
Yeah, you have to change up.
I do,
One
yeah.
minute, yoga is my gets me centered right now. Jazz music kind of keeps me level. If I want to raise my vibration, I put on some music that makes me want to dance and move around. When I feel more comfortable journaling, so I ask myself the tough questions and I journal out my thoughts as opposed to having one-on-one conversation. I feel more comfortable journaling. That's why I'm like, it's not one practice. You don't have to like sell yourself on like one thing or feel like that one thing is going to help you throughout your life. Different things will, help you
That's
get
true.
to where
That's
you
true.
want to
And
be.
you need to be open to changing and doing
Yes.
something different.
Yes.
Huh. So here, I was just thinking, if there was one thing that you could tell your 18-year-old self, what would it be? I don't know. I just thought of that.
Oh gosh, at 18. I graduated at 17. So
Okay, your 17-year-old
13,
self. Something like that. If you
I don't even know what state I'm in. I was at 18. I would probably tell myself then to aspire to do whatever I want then. Like back then I felt like I wanted to do so much, and it took me a long time to get like okay with wanting to being very ambitious. And I was like, okay, if I want to do all these things I can do. I kind of let it make me stagnant. So I would just tell myself, you know what, you want to cut hair, go ahead and cut hair. You tired of doing that after 2 or 3 years, then you can go ahead and do it. For me, it was just like, oh no, I want to cut hair, but no, do I want to design? Maybe I should become a songwriter. I don't know. And then I just kind of just like let life just take me over, just work, have fun, as opposed to just say, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna do this, and if I don't like it, it's fine. So I wish
as long as you're able to earn a living,
yeah,
that's the only
and that's
thing.
what I was doing. I was like, I'm working, but I didn't have like that one passion. And I've learned even, I want to say probably like 19 or 20, that some of the people around me who were in school, they were just like changing up their majors. I don't know if I want to do this while I'm in school. So that kind of like made me not feel bad that I did not know what my passion was at such a young age. But here I am now.
I think that it's important. I mean, like in college, really, it's all the other things that I was involved with in college and outside of college is what led me into all my career paths, moving forward. It really wasn't the college, probably being at the college, because it's all about who you meet and everything. So I attended Pace University in New York City, although I'm from Connecticut. But just meeting all those people from all over the place, it really, one thing opened the door to another thing and another thing. And I think that's probably the only benefit for going to college. But that's in, taking advantage of the situation as well,
This is true.
and being willing to change and, you know, not just be stuck and figure out what you want to do. Because I apparently told my mother, she told me this at one point. She goes, "Yeah, you said to me that you wanted to go and you wanted to communicate. You want to do communication or something." And my mother said, "I am not paying for that." It's just like, oh God, what am I going to do? So I studied business, you know. But if I could do it all over again, I would say to a child, study whatever brings you pleasure, because the world is going to direct you into that, and somehow you're going to earn a living doing it. You have to have joy in whatever it is you do. All my friends who studied accounting and everything else, because Pace is a big accounting school, they all switched over, and they may utilize the skills they acquired with accounting, but they're, you know, just doing some other aspect of business with that. So
this is true, because you can always migrate, and they don't even really tell you that there's other things you can migrate to as well. It's just like, this is this one blanket thing, and I'm just like, life is not like that. And it's kind of hard to shake some of the people around me, like, no. But then some of them just like admire how I'm out here just like living freely and able to travel and just live my best life, where what they think is no care in the world. I do have some cares, but you know.
We all have cares, exactly. We all have cares.
But I mean, it's just, it's not it. And I do believe you should just tell your child to do what it is. But then a lot of people feel like their child is not going to be set up to succeed. They're going to be set up for failure if they just go out here and be an artist, or if they do that and this, that, and the third. And it's like, it takes more effort to get, you know, more steady and to, you know, get yourself grounded. But at least you're happy at the end of the day.
That's true. And happiness is important. You know, a lot of people end up finding that happiness later on in life, doing whatever it is that they enjoy. So as long as you get to that point of happy, you're good.
And I keep elders around me, so they always tell me to travel, do it while you're young, you know, do all you can while you're still able. And I take heed to that advice.
There you go. On that note, I thank you for this wonderful interview.
No
thank you for joining me today. We're going to see Anthony another time. You guys go out there and look for Tired of Adulting. We will have the information in the info section down below. And also look out for by Anthony Keith? Is that
by Anthony Keith.
By Anthony Keith.
B-Y.
Yeah, go buy something.
B-U-Y too.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time. Bye.